Yo, FlickPop fam, get ready to dive into the headlines that are absolutely dominating the conversation. We've got President Trump making some serious vows on immigration after a brutal crime in Dallas. Then, we're heading to San Francisco to see how Trump's tariffs are shaking up the city's economy, and it's not all good news. We'll also break down the latest on Trump's controversial plan to send the National Guard to Memphis. Plus, stick around because we've got the full, unedited story on that shocking Dallas murder and how it's fueling the immigration debate. You don't want to miss this. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Dallas is reeling from a horrific machete murder, and President Donald Trump is vowing a massive immigration crackdown in response. The victim, Chandra Mouli Nagamallaiah, was allegedly beheaded by Yordanis Cobos-Martinez. A Cuban national with a criminal history in the U.S. Trump is slamming the Biden administration's immigration policies, claiming Cobos-Martinez should never have been in the country and was released despite prior arrests. This incident, reportedly stemming from a dispute over a washing machine, has ignited a fierce debate about border security and the impact of immigration enforcement failures. The details emerging are chilling, with witnesses describing a brutal attack that has left a family shattered and a nation demanding answers. The case highlights a critical issue: Cuba's refusal to accept deportations of its nationals with criminal records, a recurring problem that ICE is struggling to manage. Trump is using this tragedy to reinforce his hardline stance, promising to end being soft on these illegal immigrant criminals. Don't go anywhere, because the economic fallout from Trump's policies is hitting a major West Coast city next. San Francisco is facing a stark economic reality as President Donald Trump's tariffs are projected to inflict significant pain over the next 2 decades. A new analysis from the city's Office of Economic Analysis predicts substantial job losses and a sharp decrease in disposable income for residents, with nearly every industry expected to shed workers. The business and professional services sector, including tech, is anticipated to take the hardest hit, followed by trade and transportation. This means San Franciscans could see their personal spending power shrink by an average of 3.7%, or about $5,600 per capita, as prices for everyday goods skyrocket. While the city might see a boost in domestic tech manufacturing jobs due to shifting global supply chains, the overall picture is one of economic contraction, exacerbating existing challenges from recent tech layoffs. This forecast paints a challenging future for a city already grappling with recovery. But is San Francisco truly one of the asterisks' smallest losers in this trade war? We've got more on the report's surprising findings. While President Donald Trump's tariffs are poised to cause economic disruption, a new report from the San Francisco Comptroller's Office suggests the city might fare better than initially feared, though still facing net job losses. The analysis indicates that while sectors like business services, trade, and construction will see job cuts, the tariffs could stimulate growth in technology manufacturing. As imported electronics become more expensive, California, with its robust manufacturing capacity, is positioned to capture demand for U.S.-made alternatives, potentially creating thousands of new jobs in areas like computer hardware and electronics. San Francisco's chief economist, Ted Egan, notes that this shift could benefit domestic companies and create opportunities for the city. However, the report cautions that overall job losses are still expected, with over 17,000 fewer jobs anticipated over the next 20 years, even with the manufacturing gains. The findings also hinge on the assumption that Trump's tariffs remain in place and that the Federal Reserve doesn't intervene to cushion the economic blow. From economic forecasts to federal deployments, we're shifting gears to a city bracing for a significant federal presence. Memphis is on high alert as President Donald Trump signals a potential deployment of the National Guard to combat crime in the city. Trump, calling Memphis deeply troubled, announced his intention to intervene, drawing a parallel to his actions in Washington, D.C. This move marks a significant escalation of his anti-crime push and could be the first of its kind in a Republican-led state, despite potential legal hurdles. While Memphis Mayor Paul Young expressed concern over the unannounced nature of the deployment, he is reportedly exploring options for increased law enforcement presence. Republican leaders in Tennessee, however, have welcomed Trump's initiative. The specifics of the deployment, including troop numbers and duties, are still being finalized. But the aim is to mirror the federal task force approach seen in D.C. critics. However, worry about the implications for democracy and civil liberties, especially given the historical context of National Guard deployments in Memphis. And that's just a glimpse of the headlines we're covering today. Stick around for our lightning round recap and full call to action. And that's a wrap on today's top stories. We covered Trump's immigration vows after a brutal Dallas murder, the economic impact of his tariffs on San Francisco, and the controversial plan to send the National Guard to Memphis. Don't forget to like this video if you found it informative, subscribe to FlickPop for more of the news that matters, and hit that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Let us know your thoughts on these stories in the comments below, and follow us on all social media platforms for behind-the-scenes content and more updates. Thanks for watching FlickPop.